So today we're going to be doing is we're going to looking up working with the VLookup formula. The basically what that stands for is value lookup. And I've created two tables here, and it's very important to recognize this. This table that you see up here, I have it listed with names. I give in percentages for some values here, and what I want to do is I wanted to put the take those values and associate a name or letter, etc., an alpha character with those specific percentages. So this here, we're going to call this our main table, and these numbers here that you see here, those are our values. The second table that is really important that you understand is this. What's this table here? This table is called the table array. This table has two columns to it. I've created the column with percentages here on the left, and then over here on the right, then I've listed letters that associate with those percentages. So this table, when we create the formula, we'll actually be looking at this table array here in order to look up those values, or those numbers, or those letters, excuse me. So what I want to do first is I'm going to go ahead and click, first of all, where I want my answer to appear, and this is going to be in the column C, row 2, and it's going to look at the far left-hand side for those values when we create the formula. To get to the formula for VLookup, we click on our FX button here, and this brings up our function wizard, and because I'm in the category it's listed as all, I'm going to select the function in the middle box here, and then I'm going to hit the letter V as in Victor or value, and I keep hitting the letter V until I actually get to the formula that I'm looking for, or the wizard. In this case it's called VLookup. Then I click on OK, and bingo, there we have it. We have the function wizard for VLookup. The first box that we are in is called lookup value once again, and it's really important that we read these, but it looks for a value, it says, in the leftmost column of a table. Important to understand. So when I clicked in the C column, row 2, I'm going to click directly to the left of it because that's the lookup that I wanted to see. So that'll be B2. The next bar below that is what's called the table array. This is what's really, really important. When you select your table, make sure that, in this case I've got two columns, so select both sides of the column and the whole table. Immediately after you select both sides of the table, hit the F4 function key, and what that does is it locks those values down. It locks the columns and the rows. So we understand that when we take a formula and we copy it from row to row, it goes from row to row. We don't want it to go from row to row in the lookup table. We want that to stay in a locked position. That's why we hit the F4 and put $ in those cells there. The next part of this is called column index number. It asks how many columns are in the lookup table. There are 2, so I hit the number 2 and then I click on OK. So now, as you can see in this formula up here, it's looking up here in the formula bar that it's using row 2, and it's looking at this table array to look at the value in that and then put the value there underneath in that column. So all I'm simply going to do is grab my autofill handle at this point, grab it, drag it down from row to row, and there we have it. We have the lookup value for each one of those rows for each of our students or the people that we're working with. And there you have it, that it's the VLookup formula. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you.